is LAX2049. I got news for you, and we are from Group 23. This is our group discussion 4, and today we are going to talk about the section 3 in our news, the Blue Moon publication, which is sport news. So let's start. Okay, my name is Law Iching and my metric number is 203704.
My name is Kasturi Amani and my matrix number is 200624.
My name is Dania and my metric number is 201452.
My name is Nurul Nashua binti Abdul Karim and my metric number is 203713.
My name is Nur Nabiha Shazali binti Khairani and my metric number is 201045.
My name is Nurul Hadishabika binti Rosani and my matrix number is 203142.
My name is Nur Farhanis Azwa binti Muhammad Fakuzi and my matrix number is 203712.
My name is Idnat Aida Zulaika binti Abdul Aziz and my matrix number is 202787.
So let's share the news. And my news is from Malay Mail's title of More Funds Needed to Develop Women's Sports, say Minister. It is written on 1st of October 2019 by Razid Razak. Is about youth and sports minister Sheikh Sadiq Abdul Rahman has stressed today the need for more funds to develop women's sport in the country. He said his ministry will focus more on the demographic by finding opportunities for more cooperation from the corporate and sector and local industry players. Emphasis will be given to women's sport. We know they don't have enough funds for the development. We need to allocate more funds. It needs to be done with cooperation from all sides, he said during the launch of National Sports Month 2019 at Putrajaya here. The Women's Sport Program in every state is one of the initiatives under the Sport for All movement action plan by the ministry to promote active lifestyle in conjunction of the National Sports Month. Other programs are Fit Malaysia, Rural Sports Program, as well as People's Housing Project, Youth Sports Development Program. All these will include traditional sport, motorsports, extreme games, as well as e-sports. Sheikh Sadiq said starting today about 1,000 activities will be done under the plan that will include 5 million Malaysians from all ages, races, and genders. And by making this a month-long event, we will ensure that this will not be one-off thing, he said in the press conference after the event. So that's all from my news.
Okay, so my news, I've got news for you about Crouching Tigers versus Hidden Dragons, which is a news in Malaysia by New Straits Times, written by Oi Kin Fai on October 10, 2019. So my story starts with the stage is set for another thrilling chapter in the Vietnam-Malaysia rivalry when the two teams clash in a World Cup qualifier today. So having played each other 3 times in less than 12 months, the match at My Ding Stadium will be the 4th installment with Vietnam holding the upper hand. So in all of the 3 features played last year in the AFF Cup, Malaysia were unable to defeat Vietnam. So 1 draw and 2 defeats were outcome, and worryingly both of those defeats come in Hanoi, where Tan Cheng Ho's men have to play today. So but Harimau Malaya, our team, which is Malaysia team, are feeling more tigerish this time, as there has been a steady improvement in the team. They have gained their confidence, but even so, Cheng Ho admitted that Vietnam have improved after the AFF Cup final in December, as they went on a good run to reach the Asian Cup quarter-finals before losing narrowly to Japan, which is 1-0. So while Fariza Malia, Shahrul Saad, Ari Zafwan, our players are members of the first 11 teams from the 2018 AFF Cup final, Cheng Ho will deploy 5 new faces. So in fact, Syamil Kuti Abah is still in the squad, but will likely start from the bench, with Selangor's Halim Shahari offered a place in the starting lineup in central midfield. So up front, Zakwar Ada is no longer part of the team. And his place will be taken by the man of our Shafiq Ahmad, who has scored in each of his last 3 matches for Malaysia. So that's all from me.
Okay, so I've got news for you on Rugby World Cup. England versus France calls off this disappointing but correct Eddie Jones. England are upset by the cancellation of their World Cup match against France, but backed World Rugby's decision had head coach Eddie Jones. Organizers called Saturday's game off and Thursday with typhoon Hakilis set to bring violent winds and torrential rain to Tokyo and Yokohama at the weekend. Everyone's disappointed. We wanted to play against France, said Jones. We have put a lot of physical efforts, emotional and tactical work into it, but the situation is one we don't control. With the games new to be recorded as a scoreless draw with each team 2 points, England will top Group C and are likely to meet Australia in the quarterfinals on 19th October. The cancellation means England will go to the quarterfinals relatively untested after 2 straightforward wins with tier 2 nations in Tonga and USA thumping of 14 men's Argentina. They will also have a 14 days gap between matches, but Jones said his side would not arrive in the knockout stages undercooked. The typhoon is expected to clear by Sunday morning, when tournament bosses will stage a comprehensive review to see if the 4 scheduled games, including Scotland's crunch match with host Japan, can proceed as planned. The deadline for a decision is 6 hours before kick-off. The news has been cited from BBC Sports News and on 10th of October 2019.
Hi, I got news for you from badmintonplanet.com. Kento Momota beats Chao Tianchen for the Korea Open title, written by Andrew at 29 September 2019. World number 1 men's single player Kento Momota of Japan picked up his 8th title of the year when he came the Korea Open on Sunday. Momota faced tough challenge from Chao Tianchen of Taiwan in the first set as Chao kept attacking Momota's left side with either strong smash or hard lift to the baseline. Chao managed to rally from top 12 to 17 down to tie the score at 19-19, but Momota successfully wrapped up the first set 29-19 after a half-eye review that showed his smash towards Chao's left baseline was in. In the second set, Momota continued to pressure Chao with tight defense and net shots, forcing the Taiwanese to commit mistakes and won the match when after Chao's return to Momota's left-hand side was cornered off bound. Momota extended his career beating record over Chao's to 10/2 after Sunday's victory. It is worth noting that Korea Open was Momota's 4th consecutive title since winning the Japan Open, the World Championship, the China Open, and has stayed undefeated for 29 straight matches. After upsetting world number 1 Marcus Fernandez Zidane, Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo in the quarterfinal, and world number 3 Lee Junhui or Liu Yuchen in the semifinal, Indonesia's world number 7 Fajar Alfian Muhammad Rian Ardianto riding on their red-hot momentum to defeat Takeshi Kamura of the match against 21/16, 21/17 in 39 minutes to win the match without titles.
Hello, and I get this for you from bernama.com, which is written on 20 August 2019. Kuala Lumpur, August 20, Malaysia will not be represented in the Jiu-Jitsu, soft tennis and prolong events and the 2019 SEA Games in the Philippines this November on the Olympic Council of Malaysia (OCM) said today. We also know polo event is one of the most contributor of medal in the past year's SEA Games. OCM President Datuk Seri Muhammad Nur Zakaria said The association governing these sports have confirmed their non-participation, and with this development, Malaysia will be represented in only 51 events out of the 56 sporting events in the biennial games. NOZA, however, said that the SEA Games Selection Committee have yet to receive the list of athletes from 3 sport associations: kayak, bentang, and ice hockey. These 3 associations must send in their list before September 2 or risk having their disqualified entries rejected by the Philippine Southeast Asian Games Organizing Committee. Muhammad Noza said in a press conference after chairing the 15th OCM board meeting for the 2018 to 2021 term at Wisma OCM yesterday. On the fact of Courage and Sambo, Muhammad Noza said entry for the 2 martial arts sports in the games was still being assessed by the selection committee as to whether they were medal prospect or otherwise. Meanwhile, Muhammad Noza said a decision on whether to place the national women's football team in the A or B categories would depend on how Jacob Josephs charged fair at the going 2019 Asian Women's Football Championship in Chonburi, Thailand. Athletes under Category A are fully funded by the OCM, while those in Category B fall into division where B1 involves OCM affiliated members and B2 non-affiliated members. For those in B1, the association representing them have to pay their athletes expenses in advance, which will be refunded by OCM if their athlete return with medals. B2, meanwhile, when the athlete expenses are fully funded by the association, regardless if they are achieved podium finish or not. The final contingent list for athletes will be announced on September 2, Muhammad Naza said. The 2019 SEA Games will be held from November 30 to December 11, with 56 sporting events taking place in 3 cluster locations, which is Manila, Subic, and Clark. That's all from me.
Hi, I've got news for you from the Star Online, written by K. Rajan on 11 October 2019. My news title is Malaysia will do just fine even with only 3 weeks of training. Okay. After being in charge of 5 SEA Games, National Under-23 team coach Dato' Ong Kim Swee has been through the mill. For the 30th edition of the Games in the Philippines from November 30 to December 11, the 48 years old coach will only have 3 weeks to prepare the team. The centralized training will begin on November 4, 2 days after the Malaysia Cup final, but 6 under-23 players Akhir Rashid, Syahmi Safari, Syamil Kuti Abba, Daniel Amir Norisham, Dominic Tan and Safari Rasid are expected to join camp on November 20. They are currently with the national team for the 2022 World Cup to 2023 Asian Cup Group G qualifying matches against Thailand on November 14 and Indonesia November 19. Dato' Ong Kim Swee said they have faced many challenges in previous games, so they are used to this obstacle and they will take everything positively and try to get the best solution. He added, it's not just them. Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia are also in the same condition. They also have under-23 players turning up for the senior team, so he doesn't see any issue there. The boys, except for those in the senior squad, will have 3 weeks to prepare before they fly to Manila on November 23 or November 24. The good thing is that those in the senior team will already be in competitive mode. Malaysia under Kim Swee won gold at the 2011 Games in Indonesia and were runners-up at the last game in Kuala Lumpur 2 years ago. The matches will be held at the Rizal Memorial Stadium in Manila, at the Binan Football Stadium in Laguna from November 26 to 10 December. On those 2 overall squad, Kim Swee said a decision will only be made after the senior team match against Indonesia. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hello, I got news for you, and my news is from Time and written by Amir Wahdat and Mehdi Fatahi on October 10, 2019. My topic is Iranian women allowed to play FIFA soccer match for first time in decades. Thousands of flag-draped Iranian women cheered, blew horns and celebrated inside the Tehran stadium Thursday as they watched the first FIFA soccer match they have been allowed to freely attend in decades. The 2022 World Cup qualifier between the Iranian national team and Cambodia at Tehran Azadi Stadium marked a decades-long push by Iranian women to be able to watch soccer match, something hard liner in Iran city theocracy to this day still oppose. Iran allocated only 4,000 tickets for women in stadium that seats about 80,000 people, keeping them separated from men and under the protection of female police officers. That is even though face-painted Iranian women have cheered for their team abroad for years, despite the 1981 ban that followed the country's Islamic Revolution. The majority of Azadi or Freedom Stadium was empty except for the raucous crowd of women who could be heard chanting and cheering amid the match. Iran in the second half was up 10-0 over Cambodia. Iranian state television, which long has been controlled by hardliners in the Islamic Republic, and footage of women cheering and commented even acknowledged their presence. While Iran for years has considered letting women into soccer match, the decision to allow them into stay came as a part of intense pressure from FIFA, the world body governing the sport. Iran faced a potential ban if it did not allow women into the match. Their pressure has grown both with FIFA and Iran soccer-loving public since September, when an Iranian woman detained for dressing as a man to sneak into a soccer stadium to watch a match died after setting herself on fire. Apparently, she could spend 6 months in prison. Iran is the world's last nation to bar women from soccer match. Saudi Arabia recently began allowing women into soccer match in the kingdom. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, I've got news for you from New Straits Time, written on 11 October 2019 by AFP. So the news is about Indonesia slapped with FIFA fine for attack on Malaysia fans. So Indonesia's National Football Association has been fined by FIFA over crowd trouble during a World Cup qualifier against Malaysia, the organization said. So the Football Association of Indonesia was slapped with 188,347 sanctions over the chaos in Jakarta last month, when Malaysian fans were threatened and pelted with projectiles during the visiting side's 3-2 win. So Malaysia's visiting youth and sport minister Syed Saddiq had to be evacuated from the match as violence broke out, sparking a formal apology from his Indonesian counterpart. So the incident marked another black eye for football in Indonesia, where the professional league has been tarnished by a host of problems, including match fixing scandals and deadly hooliganism. By AFP. That's all. Thank you.
Alright, we have this side two news. Your news is about SEA Games, and Farhani's news about Iran women can play soccer after 1 year. Yes. We choose SEA Games because it is trending now, and
Worldwide.
Worldwide,
this
no.
is trending worldwide.
Even
Yes.
people who don't watch sports know
Yeah.
what is SEA Games.
And
So
Malaysia's citizen always going through the World SEA Games and about the past year, and will be held on this November.
so next about Iran girls can play soccer.
Yeah, the ladies after a decade they're allowed to play
It
soccer.
shows girls' power as our group is all girls.
Yeah,
So
it's
this
all girls.